So Tyrese is here. Let's go. How you doing, Tyrese?
Just waking up, trying to get it right.
Trying to get it right.
Trying to meet you where you are.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You got a book out.
Absolutely.
All right. We're trying to wake him up, y'all.
Wakey.
Tyrese has a new album, and we've been playing it right here on WDIA. The new single is called Stay. It is so good.
Thank you, my dear.
Everybody loves it. Seriously.
Thank you.
What was your inspiration behind singing this song?
Well, you know, I went through some stuff with this girl, and I was dating her for a couple of years, and you know, I was messing up.
Not chilly, right?
Nah.
Okay, you were messing up.
I was messing up, making some mistakes, you know.
Not Tyrese.
Just being human.
Yeah.
And I just found myself begging her to stay a lot. And that was it. You know, I came from a real place on it. I think when you do things from your heart, it will eventually find hearts. And I think people these days, because music is all over the place, because so many people can just easily access the music business. It's the only business you can go from a limo driver to the CEO of a record label.
Yeah.
And so the music is a little oversaturated and all over the place because so many people have access to the business now.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do something and put my heart on the make and come from a real place.
That's what I'm talking about. A little something for the ladies to help you live longer and stronger. Tyrese up in here. How about that? Tyrese is in with us today. Tyrese, you knew Whitney Houston?
Yeah, I know her. I mean, we wasn't best friends.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone every day, but I did know her.
Yeah. So hearing the news of her, did that kind of it messed me up? Were you messed up as well?
Absolutely. I don't know. That's a different thing, you know.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I was thinking about how young she was.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what.
It just makes me sad when I think of how many people that's suddenly showing up with all of these amazing things to say about her in the press and media and blogs.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And while she was alive, you couldn't find one post or one news story without someone tearing her down. Now everybody's singing their praises for their ratings.
Tyrese in the house, and we were talking a little while ago about Whitney Houston, and so are you going to be going to the funeral services on tomorrow?
I don't do funerals.
You know,
I don't do funerals.
Not easy to do for you.
The last funeral I actually went to was Teddy Pendergrass's funeral, and
speaking of Teddy Pendergrass, are you going to be in that biopic for Teddy Pendergrass?
Absolutely.
Are you writing some of this as well, the screenplay?
Absolutely.
Wow. Modeling, acting, screenwriting, film producing, what don't you do?
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, this is America. We have a responsibility to take advantage of our America.
And you know what?
If they go overseas right now and they ask one of them ladies or guys that's working in the rice field, are you willing to let me cut off your left arm so that we can give you a flight to America so that you can take advantage of all the things that we take for granted out here? They would put their arm out so fast and say, cut it off. There is no opportunities to grow your life, the family life, nothing, you know, in a lot of parts of overseas. There's no equal opportunity. We're in America. We take this access for granted every day.
Tyrese has a book out. We want you to go pick it up if you can. How to Get Out of Your Own Way, and the new album with the new single that we are playing on this radio station. The name of it is Stay. You want to hum a little bit for us before we get out of here? We got it.
I'm still trying to wake up.
Still trying to wake. He was humming over there, y'all.
Right
Yes, you do.
My new album is called Open Invitation, and as of Valentine's Day, the album was actually re-released. Has a total of 17 brand new songs on it, 4 music videos, behind the scenes, the making of, all kind of music and energy around this album. It's called Open Invitation Reloaded. get it exclusively on iTunes. Definitely want your support on.
Don't move. Thank you, Tyrese, for joining us on WEDI edition of The Pulse. I'm Stormy in the house, and guess who is in the studio with me today as part of our Black History series for the month of February? Tyrese is with us. Hello, Tyrese.
How you doing?
I'm doing very good. You?
I'm great. Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. You know what I'm learning about you? I've been seeing you a lot. Let me introduce him right, y'all. Let me tell you about this young man. This young man is only, are you 33?
33.
33 years old. He has been an actor, or is an actor rather. He has modeled, he probably still is modeling. You are a screenwriter, you are a film producer, you are television producer. You have basically done it all in a short period of time, because your career actually started, or did it start with the Coca-Cola commercial?
Did, yeah.
That's when it started.
That was my entry point.
That was your entry point. Not long after that, of course, the album. You sang the song on the bus. I can't remember exactly when it aired. I want to say it was around something, maybe 98. Super Bowl or sometime. No, 98?
Yeah.
That was 95.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. It was 95.
Okay.
95, 96.
Somewhere up in there, yeah. And I thought it was around maybe the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. But I know it was something where a lot of people were watching. And I remember seeing you, and so did everybody else. And you were the talk of the town radio. It was a McDonald's, some kind of showcase, or something you entered and you actually won.
No.
Or was that?
No, they actually called my high school and said they were looking for a male black 16 through 18 for a Coke commercial, and it was a national audition. I was the last person to show up at the last location.
Wow.
And you know, I to this day, I didn't know God the way I know him now, but I just believe that was God's entry point for me. And 30-second commercials turned into 17 years of some form of show business.
Have you gotten more serious here lately than you've probably ever been before in your career? Because your
personality-wise?
Yeah, personality-wise.
I would say so. I think after my daughter, she's 4 now.
Is her name, is it Shayla?
Shayla, absolutely. Yeah. After my daughter was brought into this world, I definitely think something happened with me just as a man, as a father. I definitely started taking things more serious, way more serious, because now my choices, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, not only is a direct reflection of her, but it's something that, based on anything I decide to do, it's going to be her that either suffer or benefits from my actions in the end. So I definitely take things way more serious. But I have fun. I just woke up, you know what I'm saying? I believe in having fun and having a great time, but you know, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, seriously, on a lot of the interviews I've heard you on lately, you have had, I would say, more mature. Maybe that's the better way to look at it.
This grown man season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
and then
a lot of little boys running around here with high-pitched voices. You don't know if they're a man or a woman. You don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on right now in this world, and I think, you know, for me to be a man's man and a public figure, you know, it's not an opportunity to do an interview. It's a responsibility, because there are a lot of people listening, and so it's one thing to come on there and sell your movies and sell your albums, but you got to plant some seeds, and you got to talk about some stuff to put it on people's minds to try and create a shift in their world if you can.
Let me ask you this. You did an interview in, I forget, and I don't know if you want to talk about this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You did an interview, and that kind of got ugly with you and the program director, and you were talking some serious stuff. You were talking about, you had gone to a school to do something there, and you talked about on the radio a liquor store or something like that.
Yeah, there was a liquor store across the street from this elementary school that I was asked to come and, you know, do a surprise guest speaker at this school, because the kids is in an urban community and they were doing really bad academically. And so I wanted to wake up, and because I was sleepy that morning too. And I went across the street for a Coca-Cola or, you know, something that can wake me up a little bit. And the dude was like, no gum, no Coca-Cola, nothing. It was a liquor bank.
Yeah.
Across the street from an elementary school.
And you voiced your concerns on the radio.
I voiced my opinion on the radio station, and the program director kicked me off the air.
Let me ask you this. Is this because of the backfire, and I've heard you talk about this on an interview as well, because of the, as an artist, because it kind of backfired on you. And I don't mean backfired negatively, because I think it may have backfired negatively in some instances, but I think it positively actually highlighted some things. You know what I'm saying? So it may have turned out even better for you than it was before. As an artist, is this why often we don't hear artists share their opinions or get into, I think about, I can't remember who it was.
Most artists have a conscience. They're afraid to speak on politics, topics, and certain issues because the attention of your opinion pertaining to all of this other stuff will overshadow what you are supposed to be coming to a radio station and doing an interview for. You know, you're like, man, my album, this is who I work with, you know, it's #1, it's this and that, and it's like, hey, man, you know, I got a problem with what Romney said. But what is that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, I got a problem with the fact that he's boom, 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 boom. They're not gonna run any of the clips about what you said about your album and who you work with. They're gonna just focus on what you had to say about politics. And so ultimately, you have to ask, you know, yourself as an artist or an actor or a public figure, are you willing to go down that road and voice your opinion about things that have nothing to do with what you're showing up to really sell? Are you trying to be in politics? Are you trying to be an activist?
Yeah.
Are you trying to do some stuff? Are you trying to be a pastor? Yeah, because I'm confused. What is your role? Are you trying to sell some records? Are you trying to be an activist? What's happening? And so when you go down that road, you got to be willing to take the heat that comes with it.
So are you ready to take the heat? Are you ready?
I never signed up to be an activist. I never signed up to be a pastor. I'm just a man that have thoughts and feelings, and I don't believe in allowing anybody to make me feel uncomfortable with walking and speaking my truth. And so whatever comes with that, I'll just deal with it.
Wow. But
my position is not me waking up saying, you know what, I'm going to do something for my community. I'm an activist. That's not what my mind state is. I'm more of a person that feel like I have a certain responsibility to the people that look up to me. If you're in an abusive relationship and you listen to my music, but yet there's something about this abusive relationship you've allowed yourself to get comfortable with, then I feel like I have something to say about that. Where you may decide to do something differently with your personal choices. I don't know that man. I don't know that woman. But you have a responsibility to your happiness. So I can only do so much for you musically, but I have a very firm and strong opinion that I'd like to share with you, and you can take it or leave it.
We've got a lot of domestic situations that happen in our city. Almost every day you hear something on the news. What would you say to somebody who's in a situation like that right now?
Well, you know, loving yourself and claiming that you love yourself, you have to walk in love, not just talk in love. You know, self-love is announced when you walk in a room. You don't have to walk in a room and say, hey, everybody, I love myself. The way you look, the way you carry yourself, the way you appear represents self-love. And, you know, you have to decide that you love yourself enough to not be a victim in your own house. Verbal abuse, spiritual abuse, emotional abuse is, in most cases, more worse than physical abuse. At least them scars are healed. But if somebody is tearing you down, beating you down emotionally, physically, and spiritually every day, it's going to take you much longer to get over that pain than any physical abuse. You can put some cocoa butter on heal up a black eye, but your mind and the torment that happened in your mind is going to last much longer than that black eye. So, you know, I would say, if you love yourself enough to say you don't want to live this type of life, you don't want to be a duplicate of your mother, because you witnessed her put up with all that madness. You want to break the cycle and say you want the best for you and your kids, any means necessary. Get out of there.
Now that comes from a man who's been in, if you get his book and you start reading the book, How to Get Out of Your Own Way, Tyrese Gibson, you will find out his background and how he came from some situations that you'd be surprised that Tyrese has been in, unless you've actually read the book yourself or heard him actually speak. So
yeah, well, they just, you know, they get caught up in the sexy, the muscles, and all the singing, and forget that I'm human sometimes. I love the support and the energy. I would never want it to stop. But when you get this book, How to Get Out of Your Own Way, you'll see that, you know, I'm just like you in so many capacities. You just don't know. And it's about making a decision. It's about deciding that you want better for yourself and your life and your lifestyle, and walking in that reality. And you'll notice that the world is like water. Once you decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, and what you're going to be, the world is like water. It's going to move out your way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wrote the book, How to Get Out of Your Own Way. A lot of y'all are in your own way, blocking your own blessings and opportunities, and you don't know.
all right, Tyrese Gibson in the studio with us. He's got a new CD out, y'all. The name of the latest single is called Stay. So that's wise words from a wise young man. Thank you for joining us and hanging out. We appreciate it very much.
It's all good. Thank you for having me.